Hi, guys. Taking charge of your cancer journey. That's what we're talking about today. And taking charge after a diagnosis is one of the most crucial things you can do. I believe it's the most important thing that one should focus on after being diagnosed, even though, I know you have to go through the grieving process and just the shock and all of that comes with that, all the dark feelings and the things that come. And it's easy to fall into victim mode. So one of the first reasons why I think it's so important and why you should try to turn that around is because going from victim to empowered is going to change the course of your cancer experience. It's going to help you take responsibility for your health. It's going to help you take ownership. And there's the psychology of that should not be dismissed. It can be extremely helpful to a healing journey and to manifesting a healing journey. So again, just going from that dark place to that empowered place, shifting our mindset, and taking responsibility for our situation. It doesn't mean we're taking blame, like, oh, I caused myself to have this cancer. It just means we're like, okay, this is my body, this is my experience. How can I take charge of it? How can I heal it, so to speak? So that's number one. Number two is nobody's going to serve you better than yourself. Nobody knows what's best for you more than you do. Nobody cares more than you do. So I know lots of people, I'm sure care about you, and that's great, but nobody's going to care as much as you to make the decisions that need to be made. So inevitably, you're going to have to make some decisions about how you're going to treat your situation, about what you're going to do with your body. Any changes you're going to make at home, any changes you're going to make to your diet, anything you're going to do differently, you're going to have to make decisions, and you're the best person to make those decisions. Don't let anybody else make those decisions for you. I think that's so crucial, and that's a part of taking charge and something that's so important. So that's my number two. Number three is because when we take charge, things start to change and happen in our body. And it sounds like, magic or woo-woo stuff, but it's really been studied that our mind and our emotions influence our bodies. So our thoughts, our emotions are speaking to ourselves all the time. And they're really telling our biochemistry what's going on. And so if we think, great, I'm working on my healing journey, I'm healing, and we have these thoughts and emotions that come up with that every day, our cells are going to respond, our body's going to respond, our immune system is going to boost. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a lift. It doesn't mean that alone is going to, cure us of cancer, but it does mean that that's going to get us on our way towards making changes in the body and towards manifesting something that could move into a healing process. So that is really, really powerful. And I think that's so important so those are my three reasons why it's so important to take charge after healing. One is, again, we want to take responsibility and ownership because it takes us from feeling like a victim and throwing this pity party to feeling empowered and feeling like we can take charge, we can make a difference. There's hope. Number two is because if we don't do it, somebody else will decide for us. And you might not be happy with the outcome, or you might have regrets. Like, why did I decide this? Or why did I do this? Oh, because somebody else decided for me. So it's inevitable that you're going to have to do something for yourself. Why not be the person that decides what that something is? It doesn't mean you don't get help from others or get influence or get information somewhere else, but it just means that, we're not making decisions in a vacuum, but it means that we're empowering ourselves in a way that we're understanding that we care the most, and we are tapping into that that sort of desire and that need to be a part of our process, be a part of what's happening to us, even though it's so ugly and it's so difficult. We have to do that. We have to be a part of what's happening. It's so easy to want to go hide and pull out of it and kind of almost like, leave our body and go somewhere else and, let somebody else decide for me. But that is the opposite of what you want to do when you're wanting to create a healing journey. So number three is self-love and honoring of the self and positive emotions, positive mindset. And that can be a tricky one because, like I said, a lot of guilt, a lot of sadness comes up when we're diagnosed, and a lot of feelings of, we're not worthy, or we somehow deserve our diagnosis, or we somehow create, those things can all come up and they're very natural. But the more we offer ourselves some compassion and self-love, not pity, not, feeling like a victim, but more just having compassion for like, okay, I'm in this situation. How can I best nurture myself? And how can I help myself to feel good regardless? And so going into those positive places can really influence our body in a great way and help us to harness the power of the mind and the emotions in a way that will influence our physical well-being positively. So anyway, I'm really excited about the idea of taking charge. And again, I think for me, that's been one of the most important things. And it continues to be something that's crucial for people that I work with. And so I'm, somewhat like a cheerleader. I'm somewhat like somebody who, supports people in making the decisions that they want to make. But, if I can do nothing else today, but to just encourage you, if you're feeling like, you don't know what to do, just do one thing today, one thing that's going to influence you in a positive way, one thing that's going to help you move towards a healing journey, one thing that's going to help you move towards taking charge. So whatever that may be, maybe it's something, you decide to do for yourself at home. Maybe it's something, you eat. Maybe it's just, getting out and doing something differently today. But again, whatever you can do for yourself, you're going to be better off. And it doesn't mean we don't rely on other people to appreciate other people, but we have to get empowered. This is about our body and our life experience and, our survival in the end. So do the best you can to get with it and understand that it's you and you alone that's going to make the biggest difference in your healing path. So anyway, all right. Bless you all, and I'm so glad to be with you guys. I hope you comment if you like this topic, and I will have some more pretty soon here. So thanks for listening. Bye.